go ahead and introduce you guys as yourselves.
I'm Alex Osborne.
Russ Jones, drummer.
Jack Kevin Proctor. I play guitar and sing.
I'm the bass, I didn't say that. Hey!
Give a little band history, when, why, and where, why did you guys start a band?
Yeah. So I'll let Kev take that.
That was it. We moved to Lawrence in 2006 after high school, and we had this band, Aviator, and we came up here to play a whole bunch of shows and had all these like high hopes and like ideas and things we wanted to do, and didn't do anything for like 3 years. Russ moved back down to Parsons, and then we were kind of just at a standstill until 2012. We met up with Alex and started just jamming rock music again. And 2013 we released like our first like EP, Body Language EP, and then we've been playing ever since.
How'd you guys settle on your band name?
It was kind of a group decision. It was based off a lot of things, but mainly we can make up stories about whatever it can be.
Yeah.
It's whatever you want it to be, really.
It kind of started on a joke on itself, like you said, coming into town with their band Aviator. An aviator kind of rhymes with aviator. Also, Jack and our founding guitarist Sam C, like, we're both born in the year of '88, so they're both aviators. So that's kind of where that comes from.
And where did you guys meet again?
I met up with Jack at my first job here in town at Milton's in beginning of 2011.
Cooking breakfast.
Yeah, cooking the old breakfast food. And Russ, I didn't meet until our first music video, actually, after we had already been like collaborating, like through recording and then listening to each other and blah, blah,
Do
blah.
like a postal service kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah, didn't meet him until our first music video.
So were you guys living in different areas at the time?
I was still in southeast Kansas at the time.
At the time, yeah, he
I
was still
almost
down in
forgot about all
Parsons.
that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had our band together at first. Yeah, Russ wasn't even in Lawrence. Wasn't back in Lawrence.
Yeah. So how'd you guys do for practices? You just kind of just played something and then showed him?
Yeah. Me and Russ, we've been playing music together for like a long time.
Yeah.
We use SoundCloud a lot.
Yeah, so we post something on SoundCloud, make it private,
And I would practice it, and then we would come together and collaborate, practice together, yeah.
That's awesome. What are some of your guys' influences?
Yeah, you
Pretty
started.
good, guys. Oh man, everything really. I started playing guitar in the 6th grade, and I started taking it seriously in the 8th grade, and played a whole bunch of like pop punk, Blink, and everything. And then high school started like getting more into the like heavier, like kind of like weird like post hardcore stuff. Not really, but I like Thrice a lot. Brand New was tight. And those were like some like the newer bands, but I've been exposed to music like my whole life, and listened to everything from like the Platters to like Patsy Cline and a whole bunch of like old like country, like
So
pop.
pretty wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like we have a lot of influence from like 80s pop and like 90s alternative and like early 2000s, like you said, post-hardcore and like alternative from that era.
And what about your influences?
Like Nirvana, like a lot of like 90s grunge and like Sunny Day Real Estate, like just like big heavy drum sounds.
Same for you too?
Kind of similar. I'm a little younger than these cats, so I have like more of a modern, or at least like what I grew up like listening to, like
A little ska punk.
Yeah. But I mean, like I grew up with my mom playing a hell of a lot of Led Zeppelin and classic rock and stuff like that. But then like once I started like coming to my own, listen to stuff like Echo and the Bunnymen and like Modest Mouse and of Montreal and like, Margot and the Nuclear So-and-Sos and stuff like that. Like I don't know, just kind of like branching out off of that.
You guys have a pretty wide range of musical taste.
Yeah.
It's always good.
Okay, there we go.
How do you guys go about your writing process and putting a song together? Now that you guys are together,
Now that we're together,
so-
we do, yeah.
Honestly, it hasn't changed too much. We still do, individual like recording here and there, send it to another, and one of us writes something else, sends it back, and
Voice
then,
memos.
yeah, a lot of voice memos and a lot of, we've gotten away from using SoundCloud as our source of communication, but now that we're all together, we can still we have a lot of time to hang out together and listen to what we've done. But not as much time to get together and practice as much as we want. So it's a lot of
Getting drunk and playing acoustic
Yeah.
renditions of
Playing a lot of
ideas we've
acoustic.
had.
yeah, and then
over
just
the past
taking
week.
taking that, like refining it, and then coming back together and then making it happen.
So do you start off with like a riff, or
Yeah. A lot of like the songs are just start off as kind of like melodies and that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
For like the for
and,
like
and then you
lyrics.
go off to the lyrics
Yeah.
into that?
Yeah. It's probably about like 60-40, like riffs versus like melodies, and most of the time it's just like an idea or whatever. Like I'll probably like think about I want to I want to write a song like this or something, but yeah, by the time like it all gets done, it's always like a little different, but sometimes that works out for the better.
What are some of your guys' favorite band moments?
How about
Shows or
One comes to mind. What was it? The Katy Days down in Parsons.
oh shit.
And then Jack got way too drunk before we got on. It was great. He was pouring beers on himself and on Russ and on everyone
There
before
were a lot of
we
people
got
we
there.
hadn't seen in years.
Yeah,
so
we're
kind of
surrounded.
It was pretty much just
Celebration.
playing to have a good time. So.
Yeah, surrounded ourselves with a bunch of old friends and everything. Definitely made fools of ourselves. At the time we had Ryan Schlotterbeck, the drummer for Four Arm Shiver, playing guitar with us and everything, and he broke a string like a couple songs into the set. Meanwhile, Jack was too drunk to even really fucking play his guitar.
I
Right?
was
And
just
I was
playing around with him.
he was just toying and everything, and I was like, Jack, give Ryan your guitar, let him take the guitar. Just worry about singing, brother. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna worry about singing, all right. Reached over and grabbed my mic and started singing out of two mics at once.
Oh well, what's this? Speaking up for yourself. Are you feeling anxious enough considering your losses? I'm not.
was there a lot of people there at the show?
Oh yeah. We packed the place and ran the bar out of almost all their booze. It was oh no, we're out of that. Oh shit, we're out of whiskey. Oh, we're out of tequila.
Wow.
And then we ended up drinking Fireball at the end of the night, making it even worse.
We definitely don't do this for the money. We which we get a lot of by being in this band. But yeah, we definitely like to have a good time. And after Katy Days, I definitely have never gotten that wasted since, because I like to remember the shows. But
That was me.
life is a learning experience.
So have you guys gone on tours or anything?
We
Not as
just
much
went,
as we want to.
yeah, we just went on a little Kansas tour not too long ago. It was just 4 days: Topeka, Kansas City, Pittsburgh, Kansas, and then Parsons.
Okay.
And it was just kind of to commemorate Russ's birthday and everything. So we ended up in Parsons on Russ's birthday. It's having
Turned 21 years old.
And I barrel rolled my mom's PT Cruiser 6 times.
It was an interesting way to start our touring career.
Yeah.
So where's the farthest you guys
Probably
traveled to?
Omaha.
Omaha, yeah.
That was a lot of fun. But
So is there any big upcoming news with you guys? Any?
Just working on this like new EP album, whatever you want to call it, Friend Zone, and trying to get that down packed and just done. It's been put off for a while, but yeah, Really excited though. I think that it's probably going to be our best one yet. For sure.
Yeah, we're really trying to like work on playing it further away,
Yeah.
like
Expanding our
yeah.
Yeah.
What are your feelings on the Lawrence music scene?
I think it's a really strong scene. It's really cool to be up here and be part of it. But it's kind of weird because there's so many bands here, and because everybody in Lawrence is musical, that we run into problems of not being able to go to our friend's show because we have a show, or vice versa.
Or
And-
playing out of town while friends are playing in town, or vice versa again.
Mhm.
So what are you guys' thoughts on the Lawrence, Kansas punk rock comp?
It's an honor to be a part of it. Like, to be a part of something that brings all these great bands together, bands that may have otherwise gone unnoticed, or without recognition, that they're similar to some of the other bands, especially being on the comp. You know what I mean? I feel like it's good for the town. It's good for the scene, and it's good for like the bands involved.
Makes me feel alive. It makes me feel like I have purpose.
Yeah.
Makes us feel like we made it.
I like that you've made like such a project out of it this year, especially, as opposed to just, submitting songs and putting them together with other, similar songs or similar artists. Like I feel like, yeah, this is.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you put it together. Like, I remember when I first heard the first one, that I was like, man, I got to get a hold of whoever's putting this one together. We got to
yeah,
volume
for
two.
sure.
And volume 2 was cool because it was already songs that we had already recorded, and I was just happy to be part of that. But this year I'm super excited to be part of this. Just like being able to come here to lovely Lawrence Library, and we put down these songs, like especially for this compilation and all the other. I'm glad to be the first band to do it too, like right now.
And I feel like even since the last year when we were on the comp, I feel like it's opened a lot of doors for us, just from getting more recognition and getting our name out there more, just being a part of it.
That's good. It's kind of the point.
Yeah,
It is.
definitely.
yeah. It's definitely brought a lot of the bands together too, and I think that's really important
Yeah.
because there are like so many bands here in town. It's kind of hard to keep track of like who's in who and what band is,
Yeah.
and still active in Lawrence. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Definitely. So how can people find your stuff, your music, social media?
If you're Mr. Moneybags or Mrs. Moneybags or your Moneybags, you can go to aviator.bandcamp.com and drop us a couple bones. We have the Body Language EP and 8 up on there. Your Friend Zone will be on there soon. If you're a cheapskate like myself, you can go to soundcloud.com/aviator and download all of our songs for free. Also, we have Reverb Nation and all that stuff.
Facebook.
LFK Aviator.
And you guys have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, we have a YouTube channel. We have some music videos that we shot. We're working on hopefully making some more in the near future.
And there's I remember looking at some of your videos and I saw KJHK
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah. We were
Shout
part
out to
of it.
Cody Boston and the rest of the KJHK crew at the time.
We did in studio at KJHK and did one in
Manhattan.
Manhattan.
KSDB.
KSDB.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Like a little
that
road
was-
trip to Manhattan.
That was great. They
Treated us great.
The video
Yeah,
editing
really
that they
good.
did was awesome too.
Yeah, it's really nicely done.
Yeah.
Professional and everything. So the two songs that you guys got for the comp, why did you choose these two songs?
Yeah, Woes is going to be off the upcoming record, Your Friend Zone, and it's a real fun song to play live. We just recently started playing that, but we don't have a recorded version of it yet. We have like a scratch, like kind of demo of it, but we wanted to do a good version of that, and yeah, that's going to be pretty cool.
Would I be an annoyance if I sang what I feel? Feel free to say what you will or you won't have anything to do with the schmuck that is talking, who can't even decide what he really wants.
Well, the other song, I'm Not, was on our last EP, 8 Up, but it was pretty 8 Up and just sounds completely different live when we play it than it did on the record, and I kind of like that how it sounds now. I kind of like the live version of it better, and
With how it expanded when it was live.
Yeah, it definitely grew. A lot of our songs like tend to grow more and more just every time we play them with together, and yeah, we had to do that. We had to do a take 2 on I'm Not.
Yeah,
We weren't going to go out like that.
It's one of all of our favorite songs to play live.
Yeah.
So
But one of my least favorites to listen to on the record, so I didn't want it to be like that anymore, so we had to give it a new life.
Yeah. I guess that's it. Is there anything else you guys want to, let the people out there know?
Yeah, support your friends and bands. Go out and see some of their shows, whether it's once a month or,
Or once a week.
or if you just buy a shirt or buy their album, or at least spread the word. You see your friends with music, share the love, share the wealth.
support local music.
Support live local music, support local music.
Yeah, all your favorite bands out there were local ones. So support these guys.
Yeah.
They're gonna be big.
Yeah, and thank you for having us be a part of this.
Yeah.
Thanks for being a part of it, wanting to be a part of this.
Yeah,
I really
definitely.
appreciate it. So
And check out Lauren's Punk Rock Comp Volume 3.
yeah.
It's gonna be lit.
That shit.
All right.
Big 3!